Sagittarius, July 18th. I'm seeing a connection here that is real, but the mind keeps stepping in and making it messy. You already know who this is. The question is not, is there a bond? The question is, will you choose it honestly? The Lovers. This card is about choice, alignment, and mutual truth. The Lovers is showing a values-based connection, but it is not asking you to float in chemistry and call it destiny. It is asking you to name what you want plainly. It is asking you to stop splitting yourself in two. One part of you wants closeness. The other part wants freedom, clarity, or maybe just a clean exit from the tension. Don't lie to yourself if you keep staying because it feels familiar or because it is easier than telling the truth. You will keep outsourcing your values to somebody else. Actually, no. The Lovers wants a decision that matches your standards, not just your feelings. Five of Swords reversed. This reversal is about de-escalation, repair, and dropping the need to win. I'm seeing the argument, the text thread, the silent treatment, the thing you keep replaying in your head like it is evidence in a case. That fight is already over, or it should be. Five of Swords reversed is saying stop keeping score. Stop needing the final word. Stop sending the one last cutting message just to prove you were right. If you already said enough, let it land. Let the power struggle end. This card is not weakness. It is maturity. It is choosing peace over ego. It is saying, I do not need to win this if winning costs the connection. And if the connection cannot survive honesty without a battle, then that tells you something too. Queen of Pentacles. This card is about care, stability, self-worth, and embodied practicality. Queen of Pentacles is asking you to come back into your body and your life. Make the dinner. Pay the bill. Wash the dishes. Put your phone down and do the thing that keeps your world steady. This is not the time to overgive until you are empty. This is not the time to become the caretaker for everybody else while your own needs sit there untouched. The Queen of Pentacles wants you grounded, fed, rested. Resourced. If you have been spiraling over a person, bring it back to the concrete. What did you eat today? Did you sleep? Did you answer the email? Did you spend money you do not have just to feel okay? Let me rephrase that. What are you doing that proves you are worthy of care without begging someone else to provide it? So the moment is simple, but it is not easy. The Lover says choose with integrity. Five of Swords reverse says stop the fight. Queen of Pentacles says take care of your real life while the truth reveals itself. There is a bond here, But the bond only works if the truth is allowed to breathe. July 18th, Sagittarius, I'm seeing the choice line up fast now. Not in theory, in behavior, in what you text back, what you stop answering, and what you finally admit you want. The Lovers. This card is about alignment, choice, truth, bond, values. And the Lovers is asking one thing: are you actually choosing what matches your life, or are you just choosing what feels familiar? Because there is a real connection here, yes, but chemistry is not the same thing as alignment. You knew this already. If you keep staying because it is easier than being honest, you are outsourcing your values to somebody else. That is the trap. Say what you want, say it clean. Page of Swords reversed. This card is pure mental noise, and the Page of Swords reversed is showing it in real time. I'm seeing the checking, the rereading, the delayed reply that turns into a whole story in your head. Slow down. Do not turn curiosity into paranoia. Do not send the sharp text just because your chest got hot for 2 seconds. Verify before you react. If you have to ask a question, ask a question. If you have to wait, wait. But do not start a fight with a version of the truth you invented at 1:13 a.m. Five of Swords reversed. This card is the end of the power struggle, and the Five of Swords reversed is asking you to stop trying to win the argument. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. It is asking you to stop needing the final word. Because the final word has cost you peace before. It has cost you sleep. It has cost you the chance to repair. So if you already said your piece, let it land. Do not reopen the wound just to prove you were right. That is not strength. That is ego with a receipt. Drop the scorekeeping. Choose the truce. Queen of Pentacles. This card is grounded care, self-worth, and practical stability. The Queen of Pentacles is the one who makes dinner instead of spiraling. The one who pays the bill on time. The one who goes to bed instead of checking the phone 10 more times. That is your medicine right now. Not more analysis, more care, more routine, more body, more proof that you can hold yourself without overachieving to somebody else. Do not become the caretaker for everyone else while your own needs sit there untouched. Feed yourself, rest, build the day around what sustains you. So here is the moment, plain and clean. Choose with integrity. Stop feeding the mental spiral. End the fight if the fight is already dead. Then come back to your own table, your own body, your own life. That is where the truth starts showing up. Sagittarius, July 18th. Hold on. The truth is landing now, and it is not landing softly. The Lovers. This card is about choice, alignment, and mutual truth. The Lovers is not asking you to stay because it feels familiar. It is asking you to name what you actually want and then choose it with integrity. You have been treating chemistry like proof, and it is not proof. If the bond cannot hold your values, then the bond is not the answer, no matter how strong the pull is. Page of Swords reversed. This reversal is mental noise, suspicion, and reactive communication. The Page of Swords reversed is showing the exact behavior pattern now. You check the message twice, then 3 times, then you read the delay like it was a confession. Actually, no, it was a delay. This is where the mind starts building a case out of fragments. You are not getting cleaner insight from the spiral. You are getting louder fear. Slow down before you send the sharp text. Verify first. Speak with precision, not panic. 3 of Swords. This card is heartbreak, painful truth, and necessary grief. The 3 of Swords is the moment the wound stops being theoretical. You felt the sting in your chest after the conversation. You sat in the car and cried before you went inside. That is not weakness. That is the truth landing in your body. Stop minimizing it. Stop calling it just a rough patch when the pattern keeps cutting the same place. The pain is telling you something real about what has been broken. 5 of Swords reversed. This card is de-escalation, repair, and surrendering the need to win. The 5 of Swords reversed is the point where the fight has to end, even if your pride wants one more round. I'm seeing the urge to send one last cutting message just to prove you were right. Don't do it. That is the trap. Winning the argument and losing the connection is still a loss. Drop the scorekeeping. Let the silence do its job. Let the truce happen if it can happen. If it cannot, let the conflict end anyway. Queen of Pentacles, this card is care, stability, and self-worth in the body. The Queen of Pentacles is not dramatic. She pays the bill. She makes the meal. She turns the phone face down and sits down to eat. That is the medicine right now. Not over-explaining, not over-giving. Not trying to earn safety by exhausting yourself. Ground yourself in what sustains you. Rest. Eat. Clean the space. Put your money, your body, and your routine back in order. Do not become the caretaker for everybody else while your own needs go unmet. So here is the moment. The choice is real. The pain is real. The conflict is revealing the pattern, not hiding it. And the way through is not more chaos. It is honesty, then peace, then care. About what this is asking, choose what aligns, let the argument end. Tend your life like it matters because it does. Sagittarius, July 18th. The Lovers. This is the part where the wound tells the truth, not the chemistry. The truth, you already felt the split. You answered the text twice. Then you stared at it. Then you knew. That is the decision point. The Lovers is not asking you to stay because it is familiar. It is asking you to name what actually matches your values. If you have been trying to keep closeness without accountability, that is done now. You cannot split yourself in two and call it love. Page of Swords reversed. This is the mental spiral card. And yes, it is reversed. You check the message thread again. Then you read into the delay. Then you drafted the sharp reply and deleted it. That is the pattern. Suspicion gets loud, facts get blurry. Your mind starts treating noise like insight. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. The Page of Swords reversed is showing me that the more you monitor, the less you know. Slow down before you send the text. Verify before you react. Say less, but say it clean. Three of Swords. This is the sting. Three of Swords does not dress it up. Something hurt because something was true. Maybe you found out what you feared. Maybe you got left out. Maybe the conversation landed exactly where it hurt most. The point is not to minimize it. The Three of Swords says, let the grief happen. Cry in the car, sit on the bed. Put the phone down and stop pretending you are fine. Pain does not mean you failed. Pain means the truth made contact. Two of Cups. This is what mutuality actually looks like. Not chasing, not guessing. Not begging for scraps. The Two of Cups is the conversation where both people show up and tell the truth. It is the apology that comes with changed behavior. It is the moment you can feel whether the care goes both ways. If they meet you halfway, you will know. If they do not, you will know that too. Do not force harmony. Do not call imbalance a bond. Five of Swords reversed. This is the release. The fight does not need another round. The need to win is the thing that keeps the wound open. So drop the last cutting message. Stop replaying the argument like a courtroom case. Let the silence do its job. The Five of Swords reversed is not weakness. It is the decision to stop feeding the conflict. It is choosing peace over ego. It is ending the scorekeeping before it eats the connection alive. Queen of Pentacles. This is where you come back to your body. Pay the bill. Make the meal. Wash the sheets. Go to sleep on time. The Queen of Pentacles is not asking you to overgive. She is asking you to protect your energy like it matters. Build the routine. Tend the home. 10 the body, 10 the bank account. That is not avoidance. That is stability. And right now, stability is what lets you see clearly. So the turning point is this: the one clarifies what is mutual and what must be released. If it is real, it can meet truth. If it cannot, let it go. Sagittarius, July 18th. This is where the wound gets specific. It stops being vague. It stops being maybe. It shows you exactly what is mutual and exactly what has to go. The Lovers. This card is about choice, alignment, and values. The Lovers is asking you to stop splitting yourself in two just to keep a connection alive. I'm seeing a real decision point here, not chemistry, not nostalgia. Do you want what is honest, or do you want what is familiar? Because those are not the same thing. You already know which one costs you less on the surface, but the easier path is not the truer path. Choose like your peace depends on it, because it does. Page of Swords reversed. This reversal is loud. Page of Swords reversed shows scattered thinking, suspicion, and reactive communication. You checked the phone, you reread the text, you made a story out of a delay. Then you almost sent the sharp message. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. You wanted the last word because the silence was eating at you. But this card says, slow down before you turn curiosity into paranoia. Verify first, speak with precision. No more firing off from the nerve. 3 of Swords. This is heartbreak, truth, and grief. 3 of Swords is the moment the thing you feared becomes real. The conversation lands badly. The truth hurts. Somebody did not meet you where they said they would. And now you cannot pretend it is fine. This one cuts because it reveals the exact place where the bond was already breaking. Let it hurt. Do not numb it. Do not make pain mean you failed. Two of Cups. This card is reciprocity, repair, and mutuality. 2 of Cups shows you the difference between a real exchange and a one-sided effort. If there is a conversation here, it only works if both people show up clean. No performance, no half apology. No pretending that apology is the same thing as change. I need to be clear. 2 of Cups is not asking you to force harmony. It is asking you to see whether the care actually goes both ways. If it does, repair is possible. If it does not, you have your answer. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This reversal points to delay, instability, and a mischance. Ace of Pentacles reversed says the promise was there, but the foundation was not. Somebody moved like potential was proof. It was not. The plan was thin. The follow-through was thin. The money, the timing, the consistency, all of it needed more grounding. So now you protect your resources. You stop building on maybe. You make one practical move that keeps you stable. 5 of Swords reversed. This card is de-escalation. 5 of Swords reversed is the end of the fight. The need to win is getting too expensive. You can keep the argument alive, keep score, keep sending one more cutting text, or you can let the conflict end. This is where humility matters. Not weakness, humility. The truce is the power move now. Because the real loss would be winning and still feeling alone. Queen of Pentacles, this card brings you back to care, stability, and self-worth. Queen of Pentacles says tend your body, eat, rest, pay the bill, make the dinner. Get grounded in what sustains you. This is not the chapter for overgiving until you disappear. This is the chapter for choosing what keeps you whole. The wound clarified the bond. Now your job is to nourish what is real and release what keeps draining you. Sagittarius, July 18th. And I'm seeing the same bond, but the tone is different now. Less chaos, more consequence. The choice is still here, but now it's about what can actually stand, not just the pull of the choice your heart already knows. The Lovers. This card is choice, alignment, and truth. The Lovers is asking you to stop splitting yourself in two. You've been acting like chemistry is enough. It isn't. You need values. You need mutuality. You need to name what you want without editing yourself to keep somebody close. Don't outsource your standards just because the connection feels familiar. Page of Swords, reverse. This reversal is all over the mental noise, the same noise that keeps you spinning. The Page of Swords reversed is showing suspicion, delayed replies, and the kind of overthinking that turns into a text you regret sending. I'm seeing obsessive checking, rereading messages. Taking silence personally. Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Not every pause is a betrayal. Slow down before you react. Verify first, speak with precision, or don't speak yet. Three of Swords. This is the hard truth landing, the truth that cut through. Three of Swords is heartbreak, separation, and the grief that comes when you finally admit what hurt you. You cried in the car after the conversation. You stared at your phone and already knew the answer before it came. Don't minimize it. Don't act like you're fine because you want to be strong. Pain is not proof that you failed. It's proof that something real broke open. Two of Cups, and then there's the possibility of repair, that meeting point after the hurt. Two of Cups is reciprocity, mutuality, the conversation that actually clears the air. Not the fake peace. Not the performative apology, the real exchange. If both people show up, this can be met honestly. If one person is doing all the reaching, then it's not repair. It's maintenance on a one-sided bond. You know the difference. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This is the practical problem, the foundation that never got built. Ace of Pentacles reversed is delay, instability, and a promise that does not yet have a foundation. Someone said the right thing, but the follow-through is thin. Someone wanted the outcome without the work. Don't treat potential like proof. Don't start building on air. One grounded move matters more than 10 emotional speeches. Check the logistics, check the capacity. Check the money, the time, the consistency. Five of Swords reverse. This reversal is the turning point. Five of Swords reversed is de-escalation. It is dropping the need to win. Stop replaying the argument to prove your point. Stop sending the last sharp message just to feel right for 5 more minutes. Let the fight end. Peace is not weakness. Peace is refusing to keep bleeding for pride. Queen of Pentacles. This is where the moment settles. Queen of Pentacles is care, stability, self-worth, and embodied routine. Make dinner instead of spiraling. Pay the bill on time. Clean the space. Take the shower. Rest without earning it. This is how you get back to yourself, not by chasing the feeling, by building the life. Grounded care is the answer here. So the message is simple. Choose what can be built, not just what can be felt. If the connection has truth, then let it prove itself with repair, consistency, and real effort. If it doesn't, then stop feeding it with your nervous system. Choose the thing that can stand in daylight. Okay. That's all I've got for now. If this hit, you already know what to do. Please like, subscribe, tell your group chat. I'll see y'all soon.